Check. How hot is that? says repeat the C, but you want back to the beginning?
I don't have that in mind.
Yeah.
I think I better go back to the beginning.
So then
Otherwise,
A, I mean then
it's
5
too
without
repetitive.
the opening then, or just back to yum. But or
Let's take that word. If we go pick up to A, let's do that.
okay.
Can we just try that?
Okay.
2 measures before the very end of the page. Go. Oh, duh. I'm so sorry. I forgot to do the pickup.
Okay.
One more time. Ready? Go.
We're trying A.
Maybe we should go back to C then.
Like it says.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back to C. Yeah. It makes sense.
Okay, let's just do that.
Yes.
This is for the end?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't last forever, right? Not like the Elgar.
Right.
Yeah, but the lightning.
It's raining, right? That's why everybody's getting up.
I know. We've had like lazy content.
Yes, sure.
Okay, just play until 9 o'clock. Continue to, and then I'll. Will 4 songs take you to 9 o'clock? Doing very well this.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing comfort, there is seating inside in the Student Center directly in front of you to the right, and Cisco Building C behind you to the right.
Also, please be aware that GGC is a smoke-free campus. Please refrain from smoking on campus. Thank you.
Just keep playing.
Something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The Georgia Gwinnett College 2014 Spring Commencement Program will begin momentarily.
For your convenience and safety, a first aid tent is located in the rear right of the lawn. If at any time you or a member of your family are in need of medical assistance, please notify an usher to escort you to the first aid tent.
Also, if at any time you're feeling overheated or drenched, additional seating is available in Building E, the Student Center located in the building to the front right where you are seated. The commencement program will be simulcast to this air-conditioned location.
Restrooms are located in the Student Center on the main level. Additional restrooms are available in Building C, directly behind you to the right. Also, chilled water is available at several locations on the lawn. Ushers will be happy to assist you as needed. These Georgia Gwinnett staff members and students are wearing black and white attire and green and white name tags with the GGC logo. They are available and willing to assist you at any time during today's program activities.
At this time, in consideration of program attendees, please silence your cell phones or other electronic devices. We ask that your devices remain silenced for the duration of today's commencement program. For the comfort and safety of all program participants and guests, we ask you to honor our graduates and their accomplishments today by refraining from loud talking, excessive texting, blowing air horns, and using other noise-making devices during the program. This will aid us in ensuring to the greatest degree possible a clear broadcast of the ceremony and proper recognition of each graduate. We ask that you refrain from excessive movements during the ceremony, to avoid distraction from the program activities. We also ask that you refrain from smoking, as Georgia Gwinnett College is a smoke-free campus.
During the ceremony, we invite you to take pictures of graduates from your seats. Please consider the visibility of other guests as you stand to take photos. Professional photographs also will be taken of each graduate during the presentation of diplomas. Again, we request that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced during the ceremony. We ask that during the ceremony that all umbrellas be lowered. For your convenience, once again, there is seating inside, Building C, and in the Student Center.
Are we ready? Yes, you should move the people down to the line, down to the back of the line.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spring 2014 Commencement Ceremony for Georgia Gwinnett College. We hope you enjoyed the beautiful music provided by the Amadeus String Ensemble. The selections you have just heard were Brandenburg Concerto No. 3 by Bach, Hornpipe from Water Music by Handel, Rondeau by Murray, and Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik.
At this time, the GGC Foundation would like to thank and acknowledge our community, friends, and sponsors, as well as our faculty, staff, and students whose generosity and support have made the Spring 2014 Commencement Ceremony possible. We also would like to express our appreciation to the GGC ROTC Color Guard and the GGC Voices, our student chorus, and our GGC staff and students for their special roles in today's ceremony.
Make one other announcement about umbrellas to be lowered during the ceremony.
Once again, please lower umbrellas during the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we begin the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College faculty, graduating students, and platform party.
processional is led by faculty representatives from 4 of the 6 schools within Georgia Gwinnett College: business, education, liberal arts, and science and technology. The 2 remaining schools are health sciences and transitional studies. These 4 faculty members are designated as standard bearers for today's commencement program.
The faculty representatives carry a standard bearing one of the 4 core values of Georgia Gwinnett College: leadership, service, creativity, and scholarship.
Dr. Cheryl Clark, Assistant Professor of Management and Business Systems, representing the School of Business, carries the standard of leadership. The standard of leadership reflects Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to inspire innovation in our students and to manage change. Accordingly, GGC graduates learn to model purposeful, intentional actions that enable those around them to work together in cohesive and coherent ways toward common goals and objectives. Our students lead with both their hearts and their minds, as well as by example, and they encourage others to do the same.
Dr. Tess Reed, Assistant Professor of Special Education, represents the School of Education and carries the standard of service. This standard affirms Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to encourage each graduate to contribute actively in ways that will result in a positive impact on their local, state, national, and international communities.
Dr. Shi-Ling Huang, Assistant Professor of English, representing the School of Liberal Arts, carries the standard of creativity. The hallmarks of creativity include curiosity, intellectual versatility, imagination, and critical and creative thinking. These attributes enable our graduates to embrace different modes of thought and varied perspectives, to see the relationships among disparate ideas and situations, and to forge new connections in order to arrive at innovative solutions.
Dr. Julian Rudd, Associate Professor of Chemistry, represents the School of Science and Technology and carries the standard of scholarship. This standard illustrates Georgia Gwinnett's dedication to developing graduates into lifelong intentional learners. As such, these graduates learn to discover, acquire, integrate, and apply knowledge in ways that enhance both their lives and the lives of others.
GGC faculty members process immediately behind the standards, representing the academic ranks of full, associate, or assistant professor and instructor.
Worn by faculty reflect both their disciplines as well as the colors of the varied institutions where their individual degrees were conferred. Additional meaning of the colors and academic regalia is outlined on page 12 in the commencement program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of 2014.
We will now begin the processional of the platform party and distinguished guests, which include Interim President of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stas Kosevsky, Senior Leadership of the College, Academic Deans, our guest speaker, Ms. Karen Greer, Leadership of the GGC Faculty Senate, Leadership of the Division of Student Affairs, the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation, the Student Government Association President, the Spring 2014 Student Speaker, Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC, Professor of Military Science, and representatives from the Office of Enrollment Management.
Dr. Chris Brandon, Associate Professor of Biology, leads the platform party. As the senior charter faculty member in attendance, Dr. Brandon represents the entire GGC faculty.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Georgia Gwinnett College Army ROTC and the singing of our national anthem. The national anthem will be performed by the GGC Voices, our student chorus, under the directions of Drs. Mark Gilley and Dr. Irina Escalante Shanova, Assistant Professors of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
We have just heard the wonderful vocal talents of GGC Voices. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Good morning. I've just been informed that the sale of ponchos exceeded that of sunglasses this morning, so that's good. My name is Stash Bercheski, and it's my distinct privilege to serve as interim president for Georgia Gwinnett College, and to welcome all of you here today to the 2014 spring semester commencement ceremony. Due to the rainy weather today, many may say this will not register an 11 on the whizometer on channel 11, but it doesn't diminish our celebration of more than 300 students who have earned their bachelor's degree. I also want to welcome the parents, the family members, and friends who are here to celebrate this day with us, as well as representatives of the GGC faculty and staff. We have with us today, to my right, your left, several distinguished guests who are sharing their morning with us. Distinguished guests are some trustees of Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation. That's Alan Dejar and Jose Perez, please. Alan? Jose? Yep, okay. State Representative Buzz Brockway. Our mayor, your mayor, and friend, and probably the #1 Grizzly at Georgia Gwinnett College, Mayor of Lawrenceville, Judy Jordan Johnson. Grizzly #1 and his wife, Dr. and Mrs. Daniel J. Kaufman. As you know, Dr. Kaufman was the founding president of the college and now serves as the president and CEO of the Gwinnett County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome home, sir. And due to a special commissioning ceremony that just occurred a few minutes ago, we have several representatives of the United States Army with us here today. Lieutenant Colonel Kurt Felpel, Professor of Military Science. Lieutenant Colonel Mark Belskamper, Georgia Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention Battalion Commander. Major Promotable Michael Lipper, Squadron Commander of the 3rd Battalion, or 108th Cavalry Regiment of the Georgia National Guard. Captain Edward Van Buren, Assistant Professor of Military Science. Captain Jeremy Johnson, former Assistant Professor of Military Science. Captain Theodore Dunham, Assistant Professor of Military Science. Master Sergeant Jeff Pepin, Senior Military Instructor, and Master Sergeant Andrew Keene, Military Science Instructor. On behalf of the college, I want to express our deepest appreciation for your support of GGC and its students. We're delighted to have you all join with us here today. Thank you for being here. GGC, since its opening, has been nothing but a listing of firsts. And today, graduates, you are GGC's largest class of degree candidates, 310. According to your commencement survey, you range in age of 21 to 59, and a few of you may have lied, a spread of almost 40 years. Many of you have worked to obtain your degree while also working at least part-time. Several of you are raising families. Half of you are the very first members of your families to go to college or to receive a bachelor's degree. 75% of you took full advantage of the opportunities to enhance your educational experience through participation in student organizations, student government, honor societies, and our honors programs. 100 of you, about a third of your class, are graduating with honors. I want to especially note that 8 of you who are in our graduating class have served or are currently serving in the United States military. Allow us all to thank you for your service. Of the 60 or so of you that are planning to go on to graduate school, 8 want to study law, 20 plan to study degrees in medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, or veterinary medicine. Another dozen want to obtain bachelor degrees or another bachelor's degree or a variety of professional certifications. Some of you want to be weather forecasters. Some of your plans and dreams are very specific. Some of your plans and dreams are very specific. For example, Julian Poole wants to teach English overseas, and Jessica Wilkinson plans to become a Japanese interpreter. Brittany Looper is going to work in Spain as a freelance technical writer. And Nicholas Flaherty, whether he was joking or not, says he will become president of the United States in 2032. So, future U.S. President Flaherty, we've penciled you in as our keynote speaker at GGC's 2033 commencement ceremony. I'm giving you advance notice. You have no excuse for saying you're busy that day. This graduating class has experienced a remarkable final senior year at GGC. You have seen the college grow to just under 10,000 students, now the 10th largest college in the Atlanta metropolitan region. You saw GGC ranked as number 5 top Southern regional public college by U.S. News and World Report. It's been named a military-friendly school by 2 different national organizations. It's been named a Peace Corps partner institution. I believe only 8 this year were named as such. And you've been recently selected as one of only 9 institutions for a national program dedicated to increasing the number of first-generation and non-traditional college graduates, something this young college already does quite well. You watched our new Allied Health and Science building take shape and take away about 160 parking spaces. You were the first to benefit, it's an inside joke, people, you were the first to benefit from our advising center, created specifically to better support students for years to come. You successfully nominated Dr. Richard Penitin of our faculty for the University System of Georgia Board of Regents Teaching Excellence Award, a top professor. You cheered, as always, in our 2nd season of intercollegiate competition, the Grizzlies baseball, men's soccer, and men and women's tennis teams, who have won our first regional championships, earned our first top national rankings, and are now playing in our first national tournaments. Yours is an exceptional class. Time does not permit me to list all of the distinctions you have earned as individual students and as groups. From our student chapter of the Association of Information Technology Professionals, hosting of their organization's national convention while maintaining their streak of winning national awards, to Grace Binion's invitation to present at the Southeastern Psychological Association's annual meeting, to Stacy Hodges' award from the American Chemical Society, to our senior athletes' historic, and I do mean historic, winning records, and to Sean George's hire at the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. I can say that we're all very proud of your many achievements, and we look forward to hearing about your future successes as you stay in touch with us. Your success, is the reason this college was built, and the reason we are all here, and the reason we will remain. In fact, the only reason any school exists or should exist is for its students. And the only reason anyone becomes an educator is to make a difference in the lives of their students, to make a positive impact on future generations. Education, all right, let's hear it for the faculty. Education, like many other fields, is a calling, and no one knows that more than Selma Kabo, who graduates today with so much for a dignified ceremony, who graduates today with a bachelor degree in early childhood education, and she will present remarks representing today's graduating class. Our School of Education has a unique partnership with Gwinnett County Public Schools. We partner with the school district for many initiatives, including the placement of our education students as they refine their teaching skills in the classroom. To that end, our students complete all of their field exercises in students teaching at these schools within the district. Upon graduation, the school district employs many of our graduates, and I'm proud to announce that as of today, these graduates are receiving their degree from a nationally accredited program, according to the Council for Accreditation of Education Preparation. We are now, as of yesterday, a nationally certified teacher education program. This distinction is due in part to the outstanding partnership with the Gwinnett County Public Schools. And in honor of our special relationship with Gwinnett County Public Schools, I would like to invite Kim Looney to the podium to introduce our guest speaker, whom this teacher taught at Harbins Elementary School. Ms. Looney?
Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, parents, and esteemed faculty, it is with great joy that I can introduce to you your graduation speaker for this very important day. Your graduation speaker is Selma Kibo. She will be standing before you moments with words to inspire and enlighten you. She will engage and uplift you. But I want to preempt her speech by shedding a bit of light on her experience. Standing before you in just a little bit is a young lady who exemplifies the American dream. The dream that we may sometimes wonder if it has somehow died or been dimmed. But worry not. That dream is not a momentary illusion. It's a reality with the graduating class of 2014 and students like Selma Kibo. The American dream is about to stand before you. Selma's a young lady that's living out what has made our country so strong, because it's by encompassing young people and their dreams from all over the world that we're better, that we're stronger. She's evidence of this. She showed us that perseverance, dedication, hard work, and good old grit are still what it takes to make dreams a reality. Selma's graduating at the top of her class. She already has a job, which I'm sure her parents are more excited about than she even realizes. She's about to step into a classroom and be charged with leading the next generation of American minds at Lilburn Elementary School. But it wasn't so long ago that Selma sat in my fourth grade class at Harbins Elementary School. She engaged me with her smile. She fluttered her long eyelashes at me. But she got kind of tripped up on this language called English. She wanted to have access to books, to ideals, and to relationships, but she had to figure out how to speak and to read English first. And now here she is, standing before you today, prepared, college educated, and ready to embrace the world, with apparently a whole lot to say. May I introduce to you a young lady, a future educator extraordinaire, who embodies not only her personal American dream, but who embodies my personal dream as well. A dream that had origins many years ago in a little classroom at Gwinnett County's own Harbins Elementary. May I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Selma Kibo.
Thank you, Ms. Kim Looney, for that very gracious introduction. Graduates, family, friends, faculty, and staff, I am so proud to represent the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of 2014. My fellow GGC graduates, today marks a milestone in our educational lives. This day is symbolic to many of you for countless reasons. Today may be the day that you fully understand and appreciate those late nights at Starbucks. Even the struggle to find parking at 8:50 for a 9 o'clock class may seem very trivial now. Our experiences at GGC will leave us with lifelong impressions. Here at GGC, we were not just numbers in a large auditorium. These small classroom sizes enabled us to collaborate with one another. Through this collaboration, we developed and maintained relationships that will serve us for the rest of our lives. Needless to say, we were looked on as individuals who could maximize our potential in any area of study. As for me and my fellow School of Education colleagues, our professors, mentors, and dean were only a phone call away. Today, an opportunity has been granted to me to share my life story in front of a much respected audience. As all of you can relate, every person's past is complete with triumphs and struggles. I moved to the United States at the age of 7 when my parents decided to leave Bosnia and Herzegovina in pursuit of better opportunities in the United States of America. During my years in elementary school, I often struggled with mastering the English language. Even though I participated in a program geared towards ESOL students for many years, my teachers, like Miss Looney, treated me as an equal contributor in the classroom. They viewed my language barrier as a resource and not a deficit. I was able to transform my hard work into success because my teachers believed in my abilities. At this time, I want to send out a heartfelt thank you to Miss Looney for fostering my love for learning. My decision to become a teacher stems from what my teachers and GGC professors have instilled in me. I will now have the chance to give back to children what my teachers have taught me. I would like to thank my senior supervising teachers, Dr. S., formerly known as Dr. Tesmer, and Professor Kathy Jones. They have been instrumental in molding me into an active participant in society. These two women modeled a love for teaching to my classmates and me. As a result, I am the product of their guidance. As I give the same love that they have deposited in me to my students, I receive unspeakable joy in having the ability to broaden and impact the human mind. In addition to my professors, I want to thank my classmates for standing by each other in this extensive journey. I would also like to show gratitude to my classmate and sister, Portia Evans, for always motivating me to stray from my comfort zone to reach my full potential. Most of all, I want to display great appreciation to my family and my friends. To my mom, Nuda, and my dad, Niaz, I will be forever grateful for your support and unconditional love. Without my family, I would not be here before you today. They have sacrificed so much in giving me the opportunity to shine. Oftentimes, when I reflect on my practices, I am reminded of a quote by Frank Ocean. He said, "Work hard in silence and let your success make all the noise." Class of 2014, I want to leave you with a few charges. I charge you to not let your education stop here. I charge you to never give up on your passions. I charge you to follow your heart. Finally, I charge you to pride yourself on being a lifelong learner. If you don't remember anything in my speech today, please remember these words spoken by Muhammad Ali. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Congratulations, class of 2014. Thank you.
We're doing something right here. Thank you, Selma. The selection of a commencement keynote speaker requires careful thought and consideration. Like the exclamation point at the end of a sentence, a commencement address is to provide one last bit of inspiration and encouragement to the graduates as they end their college career and set out on the adventures that will mark the rest of their lives. A campus-wide committee creates a list of potential speakers based in part on those who reflect our core values of leadership, scholarship, service, and creativity. Our speaker today represents excellence in all of these dimensions. Simply read her bio in your program. She is the epitome of inspiration and encouragement. I've had the opportunity to spend some time with Ms. Greer, and I've been moved by her commitment to the community, her drive to help others, her tireless energy, and her clear determination that she can make a difference, both professionally and personally. And she does make a difference. The theme of her morning broadcast is a perfect mantra for our graduates. Raise your voice. Raise your voice. You may know Karen Greer as an Emmy Award-winning morning news anchor for Atlanta's NBC affiliate, 11 Alive, where she has worked since 1999, and where she has contributed to the station's community-focused style of news reporting. Marital fidelity dictates that one should awaken each morning only to the face of one's spouse. However, every morning at 6 a.m., the woman who greets me is Ms. Greer on her 11 Alive morning broadcast. My wife graciously forgives me. Ms. Greer starts my day with an enormous smile, and rather than bringing sensationalistic stories to me, she tells me what I need to know. More importantly, she finds positive stories that inspire me to take on the day. While most of us are asleep at 3 a.m., she is preparing for her morning broadcast with energy that is enviable, in service, which is our core value, to our community. In her recently published book, I Am a Mother, Karen explores what it means to be a mother. She includes perspectives from the famous and the nameless, from the wealthy and the disadvantaged. If you have a chance to read her book, I'm sure its insights will help you better understand your own parents and perhaps influence you how you will someday fulfill that role when you raise your own families. You may also know her for her broad community service, which includes extraordinary work in the fight against breast cancer. She's a member of the Magnolia chapter of the Links Incorporated, a board member of Georgia-based Sport of Giving, and a member of the graduate chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. You may not know her for what she considers her most important role, and that is that of a mother. Karen and her husband Tony have 2 athletic sons, one of whom is at college at Wake Forest University and living several hours' drive from home. She knows firsthand the tremendous joy, opportunity, and responsibility of being a parent, and how important her active participation in her sons' lives as they grow, learn, and discover who they are and what they want to do with their lives. We can all make a difference through our work and our community service, but the most profound difference anybody can make is as a parent. From her experience as a mother, her community service, and her expansive views, she has a broad-based perspective on life, family, and community. On a personal note, I visited Karen at 11 Alive studio during those very terrible storms we had a few weeks ago. I watched her from afar before introducing myself, and there she was, the anchor, selflessly serving food to her news team with that warm smile and that confident demeanor. That is leadership. She was the calm in the midst of all of that storm. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in providing a warm, grizzly welcome to 11 Alive anchor, Ms. Karen Greer.
I did give him a hug. I know his wife's here. It was okay, right? Right? Good morning, everybody. All right, let's see how my technology goes. Clap along if you Stand up. Stand up.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is.
Come on, let me see it.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
All right. I know you all are happy, so I know you needed a minute to just shake it off, right? I said, I know you all are happy, right? That's what I'm talking about. If I can get up at 2:30 in the morning and come here and have some fun with you, I know you can let me know you're here. Good Thursday morning. It is May 15th, 2014. I'm Karen Greer here at Georgia Gwinnett College. And I tell you, I'm happy and overjoyed to be here with you to share this very special, special day to the graduates of 2014. Congratulations. I know you all, many of you, making history. And I've read about you, I understand, and many of you first-timers here, first opportunity to go away to college, first ones in your family to get a college degree, the first ones to actually break that cycle of dreaming for a better life and successfully accomplishing that for yourself. And I said for yourself, because in many cases you've done this by yourself. You've made today happen. You've dared to fight all those critics who said, you know what, why do you want to waste your money at college? Why do you want to waste your time going to college? Why do you want to go there? Just get a job. Everything will be fine. Why do you want to do that? You know what? Those critics also may have told you, you're not smart enough to do this. You don't have enough money. You're not rich enough to do this. You're not dedicated enough to do this. You're not college material. Well, I want you to look at those same critics and say, look at me now. All right? Look at what I have done. You should be proud. You're definitely all stars in my mind. And I am so proud of what you have had the chance to accomplish. I want you to look to the person to your right now. Yep, that's the right. My left. And I want you to say to your neighbor, you are smart. You are, what am I hearing? I think I am hearing myself in reverb back there. You are smart. You are tenacious. You are ambitious. And you are remarkable. And one more time, to the left, my right. You are a star. You are smart. You are tenacious. You are ambitious. And you are remarkable. Remember that when somebody tries to tell you you are anything less than that. You all are definitely making a difference in this community and in this world because of what you're putting forth each and every day and what you've done for these last 4, perhaps 5, perhaps 6, perhaps 10 years. Whatever it's taken for you to get to this point in your life, you're here. And I'm proud of you for that. You're at an amazing school that I think is a jewel in our community. This goal of this school really is to make sure you don't slip through those cracks that so many of us tend to slip through. Just 8 years ago, it's hard to believe this school was founded as a 4-year public liberal arts college within the University System of Georgia. We've got a lot of those old schools in the system, other schools that have been here for a while, but guess what? You're at the newest one. You're at what has become a nationally recognized school. You should be proud for that. And many of you will go on to graduate schools, perhaps Harvard, perhaps law schools like Emory, medical schools. In the past, you've had a Fulbright scholar leave these halls. And for that, you should also be proud. It wasn't too many years ago, okay, I'm fudging. It was quite a few years ago when I attended college. And I remember leaving south side of Chicago where I was born. I was an only child, going 2 hours away to the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana. And I remember being that, little black girl leaving the south side, going to a campus, 35,000 students, predominantly white. I had no fear, though. I was excited about that new journey in my life. And I also remember that first journalism class where I had a professor tell me, it's great that you want to be in this field, but you're never going to make it as a journalist. And you're definitely not going to ever be on TV. You don't have the look. And we would do stories, and I'd get so emotional about, the house burnings and the kids who were dying. I mean, I really felt those stories when we would do them in class. And he said, you're too emotional. You will never make it. You need to think of another career. And I was determined from that moment on, he was not going to dictate what I was going to do with my life. And I want you to make, as they say, your haters your motivators. Anybody who tells you what you can't do, you look them dead in the eye and say, watch me. You don't have to be smart alecky about it, but you can let them know you are able to accomplish whatever you want, whatever you dream about. And I tell you, my 4 years in college were not all peaches and cream, as I'm sure yours were not either. That first year was a tough one. I said I was an only child, so I talked to my mother each and every day at school. And I remember one day in particular, I wanted to talk to her about the day I was having, and I called. Couldn't reach her. My mother was a principal at a school in Chicago, so I knew what time she usually got home. Couldn't reach her. I called my aunts who live in Chicago. Of course, they didn't know where she was, they said, and one of them even hung up on me, which I thought was very bizarre. But I knew something must be going on if nobody knows where my mother is. Called my dad. He didn't answer. Hours went by. It's now about 6 o'clock at night, and my dad calls me, and he said, your mom's sick. You're going to need to come home. He flew, mind you, I'm 2 hours away, to Champaign to come and get me, and we got back home. Never a word was said on that trip home. I kept saying, how's mom? He's like, she's good. She wants to see you. But he wouldn't tell me what was going on until we got to the hospital. My mother was leaving the school where she was a principal, and she was standing at a car talking to another teacher, and a 16-year-old driving someone else's car swerved around the corner and hit my mother, throwing her into that car. She lost about 70% of the blood in her body. They wanted to amputate her leg. She was, when I got there, in a coma. And she was not the mother I saw when I left school. So as you might imagine, I was devastated. And I stayed there by her side. She woke up the next morning, looked at me, and I said, Mom, I'm not going back to school. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to be here with you. Mind you, she's got a cast from pretty much her waist down. And she said, nope, you're going back to school. Your dad and I can handle this. It's now time for you to take care of you. We're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be here for you to lean on. We need you to be that independent person and make us proud. She would not let me stay there to help take care of her. I left that weekend, went back to school, was determined, you know what? I have a reason, a lot of reasons, to make this degree happen in 4 years and to get her done and make my mom proud. I'm proud to say all is well now. My mom's still with us. She's doing great. She still limps a bit, has had many surgeries, but she taught me a very important lesson. She taught me you never, ever give up. And you never let anyone else, once again, dictate your life and where you're going or your happiness. You're responsible for that all by yourself. Remember that. In closing, besides telling you just how very proud I am of all of you and how impressed I am at what you've accomplished through what could have been a time for you to just give up and do something else. And what's next in your dreams? That's my question to you. Where do you want to soar? Remember, you're never too old, too smart, too rich, too successful to continue to dream. When you stop dreaming, you stop living. You stop daring yourself to be better, and you rely on everyone else for your happiness. My dream was always to be a television news anchor in a major market. And it didn't take me long to accomplish that because I always held fast to that dream. Don't let it go. Dare to have a brighter and brighter future. Don't settle ever for good enough because you're positioned for greatness. Don't give up on that dream. Remember, you're positioned for greatness. Don't put limits on your dreams. You are positioned for greatness. Don't focus on the adversity. Focus on reaching higher. No matter what you go through, don't give up. Be your best each day and trust it will lead you to your success. Please believe me as I tell you, great things are in store for you and your life. I know that just by being here with you and seeing this. These are words that inspire me from Joel Osteen, and these are words I love to live by each and every day. As I wake up, I get in my car, I play the happy song, and I know there may be a rough day. I know people may look at me crazy for something I say or do, but I know in my heart I'm a good person, and I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm so proud of you. Enjoy today and what you have ahead of you. It's time for us to get these diplomas, right? Or I should say, degrees. Time for us to get these degrees. Let me hear it for the class of 2014. Thank you, and I'm so proud.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sean George, the current student body president here at Georgia Gwinnett College for the academic year of 2013-2014. And on behalf of the students here at Georgia Gwinnett College, as well as the graduating class of 2014, it is my honor and my privilege to thank you, Karen, for being here today and for sharing your wisdom with the class of 2014. In appreciation of the positive impact that your words will have on each of us for the years to come, it is my honor and my privilege to present you this small token of appreciation on behalf of the student body here at Georgia Gwinnett College. Thank you, Karen. God bless and go Grizzlies.
That's small?
And one more time, please, for our guest speaker, keynote, Karen George. Raise your voice. We'll now proceed with the conferral of degrees. I call on our acting Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs and Provost, Dr. Lois Richardson, to acknowledge those candidates who will graduate with honors and to introduce the deans who will present the graduates for their degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Pacheski. In a moment, the deans of the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Liberal Arts, and the School of Science and Technology will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees: Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelors of Science. First, we will recognize those candidates who will graduate with special honors. Students graduating with these honors will be noted as they receive their degrees. Those graduating summa cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.875. Magna cum laude reflects those graduates who earned a grade point average above 3.75. And those students graduating cum laude have earned above a 3.5 grade point average. Will those students graduating with special honors please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, in order, the following deans will present the candidates for their applicable degrees. Dr. Victoria Johnson, Dean of the School of Business. Dr. Kathy Moore, Dean of the School of Education. Dr. Adolfo Santos, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts. Dr. Tom Mundy, Dean of the School of Science and Technology. Dr. Johnson.
President Pachewski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the required course of study for the baccalaureate degree in business administration. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by our faculty, proved worthy. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and the faculty of the School of Business please rise? Please be seated.
President Pachewski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Science in Education. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with the majors of Early Childhood Education and Special Education and the faculty of the newly nationally accredited School of Education please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science and the baccalaureate degree of arts. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. With the degree candidates with majors in English, history, political science, criminal justice, and psychology, and the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, please rise. Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Science and Technology, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with majors in biology, information technology, exercise science, and mathematics, and the faculty in the School of Science and Technology please rise? Please be seated.
Here it comes. Will the spring 2014 candidates for graduation, the faculty and the deans, please rise. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science for which you have been recommended by your dean and the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please move your tassel from the left side of your hat to signify your new status as a graduate. Please be seated. Just before we continue, I just want to say thank you to the provost who promised me all week long that it would not rain on your ceremony despite every forecast. I don't know how she did it, but thank you, provost, for making that happen. I will now be joined by Ms. Karen Greer as we prepare to issue diplomas. Graduates, you will also be congratulated by the dean of your school immediately following receipt of your diploma. Now, those who are to receive the diplomas, please come forward as your name is called, and I ask that you be considerate, those in the audience be considerate of those around you in terms of picture taking, and the official photos will be taken here at the front as well. So let's begin. That's it.
Elena Marie Abraham.
Akila Ahmed, double concentration in general business and finance.
Zeke Anderson II.
Philip Amoateng, magna cum laude.
Shana Azam.
Rebecca Lynn Ashton, cum laude.
Alan Keith Bryant, cum laude.
Jordan Ray Brown.
Amanda Christine Kamzik.
Ramiz Budani.
Christian Carrera.
Cameron Capone, magna cum laude.
Jeremy Lee Chamberlain, summa cum laude.
Anthony Elias Cedeno.
Gregory Allen Christian.
Erica Chow.
Lauren M. Colquitt.
Erica Klahar McGee.
Jessica Cowart, summa cum laude.
Michael George Cope, Jr.
Iman Crusoe.
Second Lieutenant Dennis Charles Crutcher III.
Shelby Lee Dasher, summa cum laude.
Kingsley Umerum, cum laude.
Odudu Edit.
Elizabeth Ann Evans.
Jennifer C. Angeron.
Leontre Laron Faust.
Angela K. Fairley.
Eric Lamar Foreman.
Nicholas Daniel Flaherty.
Afua Didi George, cum laude.
William Thomas Galasso.
Emily Michelle Gibson.
Sean George.
Austin Charles Gould.
Arnaldo Gonzalez.
Jamie Hogan Hendricks.
Cheyenne Renee Harlan, cum laude.
James William Hicks.
John Higgins.
Yeah. Joel Hollum.
Mara Harnyak.
Anthony Ilare.
Ashley Elizabeth Ivy.
Almira Jakupovic, cum laude.
Chandrika Janae Jeffries.
Michael Jones.
Amanda Rose Kagan.
Jared D. Karwoski.
Andre David Kuhn.
Lan Lee, magna cum laude.
Karen J. Lewis.
Ambika Lahani Sharma, cum laude.
Ryan Ward Long.
Danielle Leanne Martin. Congratulations.
Canoe Lee.
Michael T. Morency.
Nicole H. Mason.
Kike J. Alawale, cum laude.
Raphael Okafar, Jr.
Chantella Cherie Patterson.
Ariel Bianca Pentecost.
Danielle Denise Penton.
Jennifer Grace Schliestedt.
Ezekiel Huga.
Monica Singh.
Donald F. Ryland, Jr., magna cum laude.
Stephen Smith.
Mallory Siebert.
Patrick James Steinhauser, cum laude.
Sarah Shepard, summa cum laude.
Paula Therese Flores.
Michael Anthony Spence, summa cum laude.
Erica Marie Turner.
Lauren Summers.
Ryan Christopher Wells, summa cum laude.
James Michael Thompson.
Brian Christopher Wood.
Rija Varghese.
David Zinn.
Juan W. Yip.
Aliyah Abdul Asani.
Taylor Renee Alkire.
Matthew Luke Cox, magna cum laude.
Joseph William Barber, cum laude.
Erin Rose Donahue.
Jonathan Bonds.
Robin Moore Frick, cum laude.
Adorn Charity Culpepper, cum laude.
Chelsea Marie Hawkins, magna cum laude.
Portia Lynette Evans.
Stephen Edward Johnson.
Kelly Harris.
Kirsten K. Lettingham.
Tiffany Camille Hoyle.
Jasmine April Lundy, magna cum laude.
Selma Kibo, summa cum laude.
Sarah Jean Miller.
Brittany Shea Littleton, cum laude.
Nadia Rose Naji, cum laude.
Scotty Ann Matson, cum laude.
Quinn Wynn.
Maida Maya Malalik.
Carrie Morgan Pace White.
Han Nguyen.
Olivia Rice.
Melissa Lynn Norris, cum laude.
Christina Spencer.
Kelly Anastasia Phillips.
Tia L. Taylor, magna cum laude.
Jessica Burnett Sills.
Raven Shalina Thompson.
Angelica Rose Staples.
Kathleen Marie Vega.
Taylor Sean Thomas.
Angela Renee Beal, cum laude.
Shamika Sade Turner.
Shane Michael Brower.
Aaron Kristen Willie, cum laude.
Kareem Clark.
Daniel Pierce Boykin, cum laude.
Alexis Evans.
Emily Isabel Castillo.
Cynthia Cheryl Lisad.
Madeline Ruth Courier, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Terrell.
Marlena Flesner.
Haley Roselle Holdaway.
David A. Lockwood, cum laude.
Nicole Looper.
Brandon L. Hopkins.
Amanda Harris McDaniel, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Palacio, magna cum laude.
Rachel Elizabeth Parsons, cum laude.
Matthew Craig Regal.
Brittany Schuster, magna cum laude.
Iman Abdi.
Miguel Angel Torres Jr.
Haley Jane Cunningham, summa cum laude.
Matthew McCoy Brown.
Kelly Nicole Kimball, cum laude.
Robert Kyle Johnson, magna cum laude.
Jennifer R. McKillop, cum laude. Javier.
Monique Renee Martinez.
Victor Javier Ortiz.
Brittany Nicole Nation, cum laude.
Julian Alexander Poole.
Robert Douglas Page Jr.
Sherry Ann Kim Marie Clark.
Ryan Kalani Silva.
Otto Hines Jr.
Garrett Henry Williams.
Kristen Lee Moore.
Vanessa Guzman.
Joshua Register.
Anne Marie Melkoch, cum laude.
Dara Danae Brock.
Ifua Osifo.
Leah Danielle Cawhorn.
Matthew Tyler Richardson.
Anil Danani.
Renata Carter, cum laude.
Lindsay Michelle Irvin, cum laude.
Angelique Christie.
Michelle J. Kuykendall, cum laude.
Daryl Doulaman.
William Adam Lipman.
Antanya John Lee Johnson.
Kamtu T. Wynn.
Tashiana D. Melvin.
Lakeisha Mashan, servant, cum laude.
Joseph Luis Randazzo, summa cum laude.
Sarah Louise Waller.
Layla Smilovich.
Geron J. Wilkerson, cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Wells.
David Willoughby, cum laude.
Kevin Edward Williams.
Tiffany LaShawn Ackles.
Hasib Abawi, cum laude.
Grace E. Binion, summa cum laude.
Zenia Karina Botero Azaza.
Sophia Kelsey, cum laude.
Chelsea Alexandria Chapel.
Amanda L. Christian.
Zanetta Renee Daniels, cum laude.
Tanya S. Dennis.
Rosemary Foster.
Brandon C. Fox.
Andrew Curtis Frazier.
Philip Rodman Frazier, cum laude.
David Blake Godby.
Evelyn Diana Hernandez, magna cum laude.
Christina Elizabeth Holliday.
Mo Imtiaz Hossein.
Shalori Monique Hunt.
Elizabeth Ashley Ippick, summa cum laude.
Cora Denise Ju, cum laude.
Tiffany McCauley.
Gina Ray Mango.
Sharifa Layla Nasser.
Carly D. Moore.
Alma Patkovich.
Camille Danielle Nedrick, cum laude.
Ariel Petrakovich, magna cum laude.
Jessica L. Patterson.
Jacob Seth Somiatis, cum laude.
Corinne Pierre Charles.
Emily Jacqueline Runyon.
Adrian D. Rowe.
Chara Danae Smith.
Olashula Shabeo.
Richard Todd Smith.
Kristen Nicole Smith, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Sweatman, cum laude.
Joseph Paul Stone, cum laude.
Melissa Gonzalez Vasquez.
Megan Renee Turner, summa cum laude.
Ingrid Julissa Aldana.
Jessica Ann Wilkinson, summa cum laude, with a minor in history and the University System of Georgia. She is an outstanding scholar and is commended for superb achievements in education and for being selected as a representative of Georgia Gwinnett College on the occasion of Academic Recognition Day for 2014 by the Georgia State Legislature.
Jackie Marilyn Basong, cum laude.
Jesse David Ashworth, magna cum laude.
Penelope Samantha Carter.
Mary Campbell, cum laude.
Crystal Alexandria Chambers.
Dane Darnell Caston.
Liana Ahmed El-Shikdib.
Brandon Matthew Denny, cum laude.
Jasmine Gonzalez, cum laude.
Claire Melaine Elliott.
Ruby Guerrero.
Anthony Michael Ferrante.
Stacy Nicole Hodges.
Heather Megan Humphrey.
Alex Peter Hytros, summa cum laude.
Joshua Thomas Mann.
Christy May Morhia, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Elizabeth Matthew.
Christina Trelene Ortiz.
Jeffrey B. Murray.
Heather Patuk, cum laude.
Joanna Rebecca Pacarar.
Jessica Tatiana Sierra.
Patrick Smallwood, summa cum laude.
Ashley Stewart.
Jean F.O. Tofi.
Shirley Ann Nina Voss.
Nathan Bollier, summa cum laude.
Vanessa Yanez.
Tiffany Nicole Boss.
Now, Yadrenka Rodin Balcom, cum laude.
Emily Lynn Gray.
Nicole Elizabeth Bonacci.
Leah Grace Martin.
Bogdan Chekazan.
Sergio Puerto Jr.
Getcha Golda Mofor.
David Lee Anderson, summa cum laude.
Good luck. Lauren Williford.
Jason Kyle Adelat.
Franklin Anosike.
Corey L. Creighton.
Adam James Boland, cum laude.
Cynthia Lynn Clem, summa cum laude.
Derek Scott Donaldson, summa cum laude.
Judy Coe, magna cum laude.
Kenneth Thompson Clem, cum laude.
One Kim Nan.
Yeah!
Edward Lewis Monroe, four-time Paralympian.
Christopher Pet Vasai.
Tai Pham, cum laude.
Filet Solomon.
Selmir Schlivo.
Joshua Tosco.
Michael Troy Watkins, summa cum laude, minor in business administration.
Gregory Scott Westerfield Jr., magna cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating the graduating class of spring 2014.
Mr. Chad Miller, Alumni Board Chair, will now address the graduating class on behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association.
Good morning. Graduates, as you left the stage, each of you received a special gift from Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation as their way to say congratulations on a job well done. On behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association, we welcome you, our newest alumni members. Our mission is to build and support lifelong relationships with Georgia Gwinnett College, the alumni, and the community through academic excellence, leadership, and tradition. The only way that the association is able to do any of this is with your participation and support. For those of you who have already made a contribution to the foundation, thank you very much for setting an example. We are grateful for this demonstration. We support your belief, and thank you for your support and belief in the college. Gifts from friends, family, parents, faculty, alumni, anyone is vital to our continued success as a college. You have invested time and effort into beginning a legacy here, so we hope that you don't forget us when you leave today. Please stay in touch through the Alumni Relations Office and let us know about your achievements and changes in your life. You graduate today with distinction of both your academic achievements as well as the title of GGC alumni. On behalf of the foundation and the GGC alumni before you, congratulations on reaching this special day in your lives. We look forward to your partnership with us in the years ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a historic day for Georgia Gwinnett College because in 2008, a partnership was established that led to the forming of an Army ROTC department here at Georgia Gwinnett. In the years since that formation, there have been many students that have taken ROTC, but until today, not a single one has ever fully completed the program. Today, Dennis Crutcher will become the first individual ever to graduate from GGC and become a commissioned officer in the United States Army. Lieutenant Crutcher, will you please join me on stage? The oath of office that I am about to administer to him dates back to 1790 and has remained unchanged since 1898. He will swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, not something that is taken lightly. Once he leaves here today, he will soon report to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where he will learn to be a field artillery officer. And then he will be charged with leading the sons and daughters of the citizens of this great nation from across the nation and across this state. He will be the leader of soldiers, and the political and military leaders of this country will ask him to lead those soldiers on a wide variety of missions. It could be helping stranded motorists caught in an ice storm. It could be helping a seaside community after a hurricane, or it could be directing troops in a combat situation in a country that none of us have ever heard of. Ladies and gentlemen, you should be proud that one of your own will soon join the ranks as a U.S. Army officer. And now I will administer that oath to Lieutenant Crutcher. Would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name.
I, Dennis Charles Crutcher III,
Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States, in the grade of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of this office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege to present to you the newest officer in the United States Army, Second Lieutenant Dennis Crutcher.
Thank you, Colonel Felple, and congratulations, Lieutenant Crutcher. And thank you all for sharing in today's celebration of the graduating class of 2014. And before we depart, students, if you have something you'd like to say to your faculty and the staff who supported you, this is the time. Faculty? Go Grizzlies.
GG Voices will now sing the Georgia Gwinnett College alma mater. Please stand.
We have gained wisdom and honor from our home of free and great. We will go forth and remember all we've learned along the way, and with knowledge and compassion, we will build communities, leading by example and with dignity. Georgia Gwinnett will never forget how we have grown and those that we met. Georgia Gwinnett with love and respect. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett.
Thank you again, members of the GGC Voices, for that wonderful rendition of the alma mater. Please be seated. Okay. Okay. All newly entering GGC students follow a tradition that celebrates passage through the Arch of Knowledge. Attached to the left side of the library, that initial passage through the archway signifies their entrance into the collegiate educational environment. Today, our graduates will exit the campus through the same arch, symbolizing the significant educational gains achieved during their time here at Georgia Gwinnett College. The faculty will depart after the platform party and will form two lines on the far side of the arch, completing a gauntlet that represents the close relationship and strong bonds built among our faculty and the graduates during their time together.
Now, please remain in place for the exit of the platform party, the recession of the faculty, and the spring 2014 graduates, in that order. Immediately following the ceremony, please join us in the Student Center for light refreshments. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for coming. And please join us for light refreshments in the dining hall, Building E.